you, you too. Happy it is, happy it is. How are you all doing? How was your week? How was your week? I had a good week as well. Thank you. I'm a bit tired, I need to say, but pretty good week. Pretty good week. Do you do commissions? No, I don't do commissions actually. Hey BIMLab. Do you ever do any animation? I did some 3D animation, but no 2D animation. How about you? I don't have autoplay on. What is this? I think your art set animation would be really cool for sure. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I do respect this type of work a lot. I do respect that a lot. Now I know why I wasn't logged in. Now I'm logged in. Where's this thing? There you go. You can continue with autoplay. Ba 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 ba. If I'm just learning drawing figures, where do I... Well, if I am just learning drawing figures, where do you recommend I start? I love your figure drawing and I would love to be at your level at skill someday. First of all, thank you. How I would learn to draw the figure? Start definitely with the gesture drawing. Figure out the biggest problem whenever you start learning to draw the figure, and that's something I also very see in new people that I'm teaching. It's always proportions. Proportions is the biggest problem. So first you have to get used to the different types of masses of the human body. So how big is the head compared to the rib cage? How big is the rib cage compared to the lower part of the body, etc., etc. You have to learn all this. That combined with the gesture is very powerful, because then you can already manipulate the masses, move them into space. But then the biggest problem becomes when you integrate plane changes, forms, moving of volume in space. I can recommend taking my course, by the way. I think that's very helpful for people who have problems with volumes in general. And yeah, and then going in there and maybe try not to study anatomy too much. Like, anatomy of a base level is, in my opinion, enough to draw, because comic book artists are the best examples. You don't need to be a master of anatomy in order to draw good figures. And the toughest part is really to get everything together, you know, to have gesture drawing, have volume drawing, landmarks, proportional knowledge, and then bringing everything together. And it requires also a lot of drawing, you know, there's no way around that. You have to draw a lot. Because then you want to come to a point where you can start to manipulate the drawing, and also kind of like not seeing it as form, but also seeing it as shape. The problem in the beginning is that what a lot of institutions teach is that they want to teach observation, which makes sense, but then students create the habit of looking only at shapes. So they only draw what they see without understanding. And that's just building a bad habit, because that would mean that whenever you try to draw something and you don't have a proper reference, you're gonna suffer. You either way you're gonna suffer, or you basically will struggle a lot because you have to figure out, hey, how do I get this right? Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. Yo, Pablo, was geht ab? Hey, Melva, how are you? What's up, what's up, what's up? How was your week? Wie war eure Woche? Was geht ab? Was Sachen machen? Pablo, ich habe tatsächlich an dem Artbook gearbeitet. Glaubst du's? Ist aber immer noch nicht fertig. Auch immer noch zu viele Sachen, die mir nicht gefallen. Could be worse. I'm good. I'm good. Denkst du, es kommt noch diesen Monat? Gute Frage. Die Sache ist die, ich muss immer, wenn ich das verändere und ich schicke das sozusagen zu dem Print, dann muss ich immer noch auf die warten, weißt du? Und die brauchen immer 7 Tage mindestens, bis sie es geprintet haben, bis sie es jetzt zurückgeschickt haben. Deswegen kann ich ja wirklich nicht sagen. Also ich habe jetzt wieder was rausgeschickt. Ich hoffe, es ist dann so gut, weil ich brauche das fertige Buch, damit ich überhaupt den Kickstarter starten kann. Weißt du? Aber wenn es diesen Monat nicht wird, dann ist der nächste Monat, das Jahr rennt ja auch nicht weg, oder? Ich will es lieber richtig machen. Ich will lieber ein geiles Buch machen, als dass ich es jetzt übers Knie breche. I had a good week, Mother. Thanks for asking. I'm just a bit tired, but that's all. Got enough energy for streaming. Got enough energy for that. Was drawing all day anyways. did you all drew this week? If not, now's your chance. Draw like there's no tomorrow. Yesterday I realized that for me the best drawing day is actually the moment when I'm going home, when I'm sitting in the train, because it's literally the end of the day and I usually have drawn a lot the whole day and I'm in this like I don't give a damn anymore mood. So I just draw, like it feels like so natural at some point. And I feel like that's the moment where I make the coolest drawings. Probably also because I'm not thinking. Brain is off. Messed up the arm a bit, but anyways. The next drawing is always the best. So a good trick, if you mess up the arm, do some tattoos that follow the form of the arm. You can hide messing up the form.
te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Corpão assim não se vê nem na revista, nem no TikTok, no Instagram de artista. Corpo de mestiça, de tanta coisa boa. Te quero dar beijo na garoa. Te quero dar beijo na garoa. Te quero dar beijo na garoa.
Okay, I didn't know you did live streams. Nice drawings. I love sketching in pen myself. Thank you. Wait, why is the stream? Why is the text not showing? Anyways, thank you, Tomahawk. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I do a live stream every Friday. Every Friday we do a live stream. Hi Tim, how are you? What's up, what's up? Was geht ab, was geht ab? Do you mind if I ask what camera you use to film your drawings? I want to get one myself, but I have no idea where to start. Trying to using my face cam, but the drawing looks super blurry. Yeah, you need to invest some proper money into camera. I'm using a Sony Alpha 7, and also what's important is the lens that you're using. So I think this one is a 24 to a 7mm lens, and it's a Sigma lens. So the camera plus the lens is around about 5K, I think. So it's a camera where you can do like really good recording, since it's my job. I invested the money, but it's definitely worth it if you intend to do that as well. It's a really quiet stream today. Also, we don't have a lot of people coming over. Maybe I should do an Instagram story. If anyone has any questions or anything, just say the word. Hi. You are okay? I'm Brazilian. Hi. Are you okay? I am German. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey Nat, how are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Did you have a good day? Hey HDMZ, how are you? Wie geht's? How was your week? Sup. What are you cooking, Ned? This green is very dark. Yo, Leon! Sup. How are you? Was Sachen machen? Ich sitze und du. Sitzen ist gut. I like sitzen. I'm cooking veggie soup while you play the song of my people. Nice. I regret the green. Didn't know that the green is so dark. Ich muss auch sagen, wenn ich eins hasse, dann ist es Ausmalen. I hate painting flats. It's the most boring thing ever. I hated it even when I was a child. I remember when somebody handed me like a painting by numbers book, that was the most boring thing for me. This was so boring. So boring. You know what? Let me get some watercolor. I want to mix this. Ja, Pinsel wäre auch gut, wa? Diggi ist mir so Latte. Kannst du machen, wie du willst. Every time I say I never do something, that's when I end up doing it. Mhm. It's a way of manifesting. It's your way of accepting your faith. Shit, why is this yellow? I have an aqua pen. But the thing is, I haven't used it for a while, so it's kind of like greenish in the front. But I want some brown. Give me some brown. Braun, dem die Frauen vertrauen. Let's go. Hey, not Mal, Ned, I can actually see that. You saying like, I will never do this, and then in the next moment you're doing it. Why is this red now? Okay, anyways. I thought I took brown.
Com cabelos cor de mel singela.
Boah, so watery. Also the wrong paper for it, but
Seu nome
anyways. Anyways.
uma menina cheia.
How do I do this?
Vamos para a praia. Não esquece a sandália e se olha pro céu.
Like a dark blue.
Se pudesse
I'm not sure if this looks any good.
se a casa está vazia dia também vou ficar te ver crescer me faz
How can you tell? Because I know you. It's like if somebody would write a movie script to your life, I think that would be matching very well. Okay, weil ich habe eine Frage. Ich habe immer noch voll Probleme mit Formverständnis. Ist das etwas mit Mileage kommt, wenn man genug verschiedene Perspektiven zeichnet? Okay, Leon Leon still has problems with form understanding and volume, and he asked if that comes with mileage if he draws multiple perspectives. Also es klingt jetzt wirklich blöd, aber hast du zufällig meine neue Unterrichtsklasse, die ich auf Gumroad gepublished habe, gesehen? Die 14 Days to Better Volume Klasse. Da geht es genau darum, basically. Also die Sache ist diese Grundprinzipien von Perspektive, die sind auf jeden Fall wichtig zu üben und zu lernen. So what I'm talking about is that, to answer Leon's question, the thing with perspective is, and that's also the reason why I made this course actually, because I didn't had any reason really to make a course, but I felt that I had a lot of students who had problem with perspective. You know, so everybody learns this. Leon, ich antworte mal auf Englisch, ja. So everybody learns this when they start with perspective. So they learn horizon line, they learn what's a vanishing point. They learn you can have multiple vanishing points, right? You can have vanishing points here and here and here. Eventually they learn that actually in a good image you don't want to have the vanishing points on the image. So, and then they start to build form. And sometimes then they put stuff in and then they try to draw a box or whatever form, then they put the vanishing points too close. And then like the whole box thingy looks a bit converged and all that. So this gets really hard. And then when they come to the moment of, okay, now they want to manipulate this. And they say like, okay, I'm tired of drawing boxes. How about I draw some sort of like beveled form? How do I make sure that this is placed correct? How am I sure that I can cut another part in it? How am I sure that I am consistent with these things? So first of all, the important part is to understand that perspective is just theory. What you learn about perspective is just theory, okay? You learn a method. It's a methodical approach of orienting yourself on the paper, utilizing perspective methods. That gives you orientation, but it doesn't give you control because you want to be able to build up form. So how do we do that? Well, you have to find a way what works best for you. And like for a lot of people, me included, the whole box thingy and doing that for a long time kind of helps. But for a lot of people also that's not perfect because they really can wrap their head around it. So for example, what I'm teaching in the course is that there is this method of the 3 T's, which is first of all asking yourself, is it turning? Is it tilting? Does it come towards me? That is important to ask yourself. Because that gives you the first part of orientation. And then there's also something else that I teach, which is basically taking the basic understanding of box away and just thinking in something that I call the cross. And that's something very familiar if you maybe have used the 3D program. It's the XYZ axis. So that's something that you could use, but you can also take this completely out and just use the cross. And utilizing the cross for drawing orientation, Leon. Okay, so for example, whenever you draw something, you have to always be aware of the first line. Like your first line is the most important one because that indicates the perspective, right? So let's continue with the cross. If I draw the cross in now, let's say here, whatever I do, it is clear that this is my form of angle, orientation, and viewpoint. And the cool thing about the cross is we can utilize the cross to, for example, let's say we make a shape, right? And let's say we don't want to stick with the basic shape of a triangle, but maybe we want to create a new shape. Maybe a shape that is a bit, I don't know, it's a base of a triangle, but the lower part is part of a sphere, a circle. And now let's utilize this to put this into perspective, but we're using the cross. And now the cool thing is, there's something that Scott Robertson also taught, which is inside out, which is utilizing the center line. The cool thing about the cross, you don't need to do that. You can literally start here, you can start here, and you always following along, right? If you have a continuation of that. So for example, let's say you have like, you want to build it here, not here. So we are just going along, drawing in this shape, right? Then the lower part. And then we just extrude this, for example. And here we have our designed new form. And practicing this, du musst das üben, Leon. Das ist super, super wichtig. It's very important that you practice this because that gives you actually real understanding how to build form, how to manipulate form, but also how to move form, right? Because the thing is with perspective basics, it just teaches you orientation, but it doesn't really 100% gives you a sense of building proper form. Because I remember when I learned perspective and I bought a Gnomon DVD, and there was this guy, I forgot his name. I remember he had like a white beard and white hair, and he was teaching this relatively dry perspective class, but it was super valuable, and I followed it completely long. But what he was teaching was first the box, and then how to draw circles, make them into ellipses, and project ellipses inside of the boxes. And I just did it. And also he showed how to make sure that a plane is going correctly in perspective. Super valid. But the problem is, these things, they help you just on a shallow level. What you really need to understand is figuring out how you orient on the page and then build the form. Okay? And again, Leon, it sounds super cheesy right now, but my Gumroad class is relatively cheap, and you have all that in there. So I can just recommend you doing this. And also, I can give you feedback on it if you post it on the Discord. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Ich hoffe, das hat deine Frage beantwortet, Leon. Wenn du noch mehr Fragen hast oder irgendwas unklar ist, frag einfach nochmal. Ich antworte immer gern nochmal. Why is this? Ah yeah, this paper, I forgot. It's this shitty paper. It's the wrong paper for watercolor. Always doing the same mistakes. Ja, wie gesagt, lernen musst du nicht, ja. Also das war halt einfach jetzt mal nur, es hat einfach nur perfekt gepasst. Bro, you think time of AI is getting more detailed and more good art learning is still worth it time? Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Like, you have to ask yourself a very important question. Why would it stop you? It doesn't, like the question is redundant. It doesn't make any sense. Why would it stop you? Because you're an artist, because you want to make art, right? Aren't you? So I don't get it. Like, I don't get the baseline of this discussion. And also, like, you need to, even if you are knowing how to use a AI program to do whatever, you still need to know the basics of painting, the basics of blending, the basics of brush control, the basics of value structure, right? What if you use the AI and it gives you like a effed up value range, for example? What do you do then? You prompt again until like you get the right result? Sometimes I think that doesn't work. Hey Janusz, do you think I need to take your Gumroad class? No, I don't think so. Or I don't know, like, but I don't think so. To be honest, Nat, I don't remember your level of drawing, but I think you had a pretty solid drawing level. So I don't really remember 100%. It lies all the time. I mean, AI probably lies a lot. Like, I mean, ChatGPT isn't the best anymore. Like, when I have questions, I actually use the Google AI tool these days. It's also a bit faster. I don't know if I can draw with watercolor over this red here of the of this.
because it came out of a brush pen. Not sure if that works here. Poor paper. The paper hates me already, I know that.
Auf Deutsch gibt's den Kurs nicht? Nee. Leider nicht, du.
Leider nicht, du. Aber du kannst mir immer auf Discord schreiben und mich fragen, wenn irgendwas unklar ist. Das ist nicht das Problem. Aber ich verstehe natürlich, wenn alles auf Englisch ist. Das kann ein bisschen nervig sein. Es tut mir leid. Wie gesagt, vielleicht brauchst du den Kurs auch gar nicht. Weißt du? Ich kann es auch so machen.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe I do.
Maybe I do. Dun, 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 dun. Da 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 da. Hab ich schon gesagt, dass Ausmalen so boring ist?
Tequila. Mhm. Tequila. No, how was the song? Wie ging das nochmal? Hey everyone on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I see you. I see you. If you have any question, just ask. If not, it's also fine.
Tequila. I don't know why I have this in my head. Keine Ahnung, was jetzt auch gerade mit meinem Kopf abgeht. Ah! Da, 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 da. Kind of like this elevator music.
Do you use any reference, or is this all from Mary Freestyle? I have a reference of a dude on a bike. Wait, no. This one. Any hopes and dreams, because I gave up on them. Wow! Every time I'm in a good mood, you come with this. Why do you give up? Don't give up. Hopes and dreams. I hope that I'm gonna have some nice dinner tonight. And then I wanna dream very well. I want to dream of a peaceful world. For once at least. How about this? Wie war denn das hier nochmal mit dem Rot? Die hatten doch hier bei den Astronautenanzügen auch so rot auf den Dingern hier. Ich glaube irgendwie hier. What you do for earning means I want some advice. What do you do for earning? What do you mean? Like, I don't understand the question. Can you rephrase the question so I can help you better? I'm just tired of being disappointed, so if I don't wish for anything, I'm grateful for what I get. That is good. You know, also at some point in my life, I also started having no expectations anymore. That was actually the best thing ever. If you have no expectations, you in majority of times, you can't get disappointed. Guten Abend zusammen, liebe Claudi. What's up, what's up? Wie geht's? Claudi, wir wollten gerade den Stream ausmachen. Nee, ich mach nur Spaß natürlich. Ich mach nur Spaß. Ja, wie rendere ich jetzt? Wie rendere ich jetzt diesen Anzug? Am besten in Grau eigentlich. Ja, du bist ja die letzten Male immer später gekommen. Deswegen konnte ich mir den Joke jetzt nicht verkneifen. Tut mir leid. Es tut mir leid, es tut mir leid. Tut mir wirklich leid. Ja, irgendwie will ich die nicht in Grau rendern. Das ist irgendwie boring. Let's do the cables first. Gerade erst nach Hause gekommen. Ja, okay, ich vergebe dir. It's even better when you dream that you never had come true. It's even better when you dreams that you never had come true. Yeah, something that you never had, you can also not miss, right? How do you earn money with arts? I do character design and maybe some good 2D animations as well. So, I mean, that really depends where you located, how good you are. So, in these DNA, you can work easily from all over the world if you have a proper portfolio and if you have something to offer for people. That is really important. And that sounds really unfortunate sometimes. When somebody kind of like tells you through the flower that you're not good enough. I had this myself many times in my beginning stages, but you just have to accept the fact that you have to level up more in order to be good enough to get paid. Because if you reach a certain level, people will reach out and they will also hire you. And then also you have to showcase your work and you have to show yourself that you are basically good enough to do. But majority of times, when I was in recruiting talks and we were interviewing people who wanted to work for us, majority of times they just didn't have a proper portfolio and they just didn't have the skill. So, like, you can start small. You can even do like freelance gigs on Fiverr, even though I know it's not the best paid stuff, but that's something that you can do. Just as a character designer in itself on a freelance space, you have to be really, really good and you have to have some proper clients. I would actually recommend trying to get in some companies and working for companies. That's better for an earning. So getting in maybe some indie studio, an outsourcing studio. Outsourcing studios always need a lot of people. And you also say you do some 2D animations as well. Choose one field. Because I can tell you that if you choose to do only character design, I mean, you can do animation in your free time, but focus on one field and try to go really hard on it. Like really, really hard. I hope that answers your question. Hast du einen Ratschlag, wie man mit Frustration umgehen soll? Oder einfach weitermachen, bis es hinhaut? Die Frage ist natürlich, woher die Frustration kommt und was das für eine Frustration ist. Also, ist ein bisschen schwierig, weil ich verstehe grundsätzlich, dass man an einen Punkt kommt, wo du frustriert bist, aber Frustration ist eigentlich ein bisschen fehl am Platz, weil Art grundsätzlich ist ja ein Handwerk und man darf einfach nicht zu schnell zu viel erwarten, in meiner Meinung nach. Und das ist auch ganz wichtig, man muss auch Geduld lernen. Ich habe so oft Dinge, die fange ich an und die finde ich irgendwie cool und dann verzettel ich mich völlig und da bin ich aber nicht mehr frustriert, weißt du, nach 10, 12 Jahren, sondern ich finische die Sachen einfach und dann kommt das nächste, weißt du? Aber wenn ich dir jetzt sage, einfach weitermachen, bis es hinhaut, ist halt auch irgendwie ein bisschen blöd, weil manchmal muss man halt auch irgendwie gucken, woran es liegt. Ne? Also manchmal ist es entweder ein Wissensgap oder es ist ein Erfahrungsgap. So, das ist vor allem wichtig. Sorry for everyone, I'm just answering the question of frustration. So there was a question like how to deal with frustration when it comes to art, and also what to do if to just continue or if there's any other way. And actually, like, frustration is absolutely normal in the process of making art sometimes, but it shouldn't be there because it is just normal when you try to learn a skill that is really hard and requires a lot of effort, a lot of years. You should, my opinion, you should focus mostly on the time you spend. You know, spend the time and learn patience as well. Patience. And also, one thing, when you get frustrated in the process, the question is, why are you frustrated? Are you frustrated because you don't get it? Are you frustrated because you don't know it? Are you frustrated because you try to draw a line, but the line is wobbly? Or do you compare yourself, right? So in most cases, everything that you can change, you have an effect on, you shouldn't be worried about, so there's no reason to become frustrated. And everything you can change, because you just need more time, more experience, it's also no reason to be frustrated, in my opinion. Also Geduld und Erwartung etwas runter. Ja, also wenn du so eine Erwartung hast und es wirklich an den Erwartungen auch liegt, dann solltest du vielleicht schauen, dass du die Erwartung einfach ein bisschen runterschraubst. Und das ist leichter gesagt als getan, aber ich sag mal so, Erwartungen kommen ja auch oftmals durch äußere Einflüsse, also wenn du dir jetzt Leute anguckst, die du persönlich magst als Artist, recherchier doch mal, wie lange die gebraucht haben, bis die an dem Punkt waren, weißt du? Die meisten krassen Leute, die haben ihr ganzes Leben lang Kunst gemacht, die haben irgendwie mit 10 oder mit 6 angefangen, Art zu machen, die haben immer weitergemacht, nie aufgehört, sind direkt dann irgendwie in eine Schule, haben dann auch gute Lehrer gehabt, gute Connections, die waren immer so hard focused. Und das sind die wirklich krassen Leute. Und man braucht sich dann auch nicht vergleichen, weil das macht gar keinen Sinn so. Weißt du? Du kannst nur du sein. Das ist auf jeden Fall wichtig. Fokussiere dich lieber darauf, dass du gesund lebst, dass du lange das machen kannst, dass alles andere dir hilft, dabei das weiterzumachen. Das ist wichtig, glaube ich. Yes, self-realization is really important. 2 years back I thought I'm ready, but suddenly I saw many detail arts, realized I have to improve more and still have to improve myself. Yeah, it's good. But it's good if you realize. Manchmal bin ich frustriert und denke, ach scheiße, ich werfe alles hin, aber dann irgendwann habe ich eine weitere Stufe erreicht. Also immer weiter lernen. Ja, das ist so. Ja, es geht uns allen so. Geht mir auch so. Ich finde grundsätzlich alles scheiße, was ich mache. Immer. Das ist so bei mir. So I never like the stuff I'm doing. Like sometimes I draw a little part of something and I'm like, I had to learn this. I had to learn to forgive myself for my mistakes in a way, you know? So sometimes I draw something, it's just a little part where like, I like that. Oh, that's an interesting detail. Like, why do I do this? But I like it. And I try to remember it. But majority of times of what I draw, I just want to throw it away. Absolutely, Sailor Mercury. AI could never have this humanistic feel in art, even if they wanted to. Of course not. Of course not. Never ever. Okay, you know what? I go for some teal color on the dude. He gets a teal color spacesuit. Just like this color. Ja, mir geht's auch so, man sieht nur die Fehler, aber nicht wie man... Ja, und das muss man halt auch mal, man muss sich selber auch mal auf die Schulter klopfen, von Zeit zu Zeit, das ist ganz wichtig. Oder halt einfach mal auch, what's also good is if you just meet up with some artist friends, and your artist friends, they gonna see the progress, you know? Any thoughts on drawing with pencil versus pen, brush pen? Any thoughts? Can you specify the question a bit more? Because I have a lot of thoughts on this topic. I do love brush pen. I do love ink. I'm an ink lover. I'm a sucker for ink. But pencil has its place. And it's funny, like, I just had a conversation with a friend, like, he asked me why do I not use pencil more, also for the stuff that I post, because the quality of my drawings and also the outcome at the end would be much better, which is true. And I do that from time to time, but most of the time I like just doing ink because I feel that it feels more pure, and also the mistakes are part of the drawing, and I like that. I like that the ink and the drawing of the pen makes some sort of mistakes and they stay inside. That makes it so real, you know? How many hours you draw? That varies a lot depending on if I have to teach on a day a lot, or if I have to make a YouTube video, or if I have to do basically anything else. But I can give you an estimate for today. So today I drew 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, then lunch break, another 4 hours, 7 hours. 8 hours until the stream, and now we're streaming 1 hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, 9 hours today. Yeah, 9 hours probably, plus minus 30 minutes, saying that I'm also doing this, you know, going away, not drawing. But on average, I would say 4 hours every day, on average, because it varies so much. How about you? I think if you're serious about getting better with art, and if you make yourself a plan and a progression plan, you know, if you have like certain goals and you want to have some sort of longevity and practice inside of that, then you should do this every day for at least 3 hours, like solid hours. Some say pencil, since it's more forgiving. Pen, brush pen for developing confidence. I say when you're a beginner, go with pencil first. When you reach a certain level, start also trying ink and pen. Especially for studies, it's great because you have to observe more. Like, from my own perspective, like when I use pencil, I know that I can erase, and that made me not observing properly. But the moment when you use a brush or use a ink pen, and you know your stroke is final, you start really to observing and to taking like very close attention. So, so that kind of like makes you like, oh, damn, if I mess this up, this looks odd. So. I love that we have like mostly elevator music. This is so funny. I feel like standing in an elevator. So what I'm doing here right now, I'm using a darker tone to add a core shadow. And I know, like, I'm saying it because my students, when they paint, sometimes forget that there is a core shadow. And then I'm like, am I a bad teacher? Haven't I not
taught you the important parts of communicating material when we paint. Then they say, of course, you're a bad teacher. You're the worst. Da 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 da. So, auf jeden Fall nervig ist es, die Farbe aus dem Aquapen wieder rauszukriegen. Das nervt. How do we do the gloves? Some blue gloves. What is this? Is this darker? Okay. Are shadows always cooler colors? Not necessary, no. So when you have a warm lights, you can also have warm shadows, you know? You can also have neutral shadows. So that always depends on the light. What is the color of the light and what is the environment as well? The environment the material's in.
This looks very messy. Not gonna lie.
Deciding to paint this was very spontaneous. No planning, no nothing. What's this? 03. So any plans for the weekend, anyone? Any special thing planned?
Drawing and relaxing, that's my weekend. That's a good plan. Daddy duties, draw, gym. Okay. Good. That sounds pretty good.
That sounds good. Gym is also a good idea. Also need to hit the gym again. Die Schnute. Richtige Schnute. Danke, Claudi. Danke, danke, danke. Einfach viel Übung und ich glaube auch zwei Jahre einfach. Da hatte ich auch viel Frustration am Anfang mit dem Inkpen, weil dieses Pre-Visualizing ist extrem schwierig am Anfang, weil du musst halt immer ganz genau überlegen und du musst halt offen sein dafür. Und dann, wenn du dich aber darauf einlässt, dann machst du eigentlich gar nicht mehr so viele Fehler. Did you study a Saro head as well, or did you just figure stuff out as you drew heads? I did not study a Saro head. I did. I think when it comes to drawing heads and drawing faces, what had a big impact for me, one was doing a lot of skull studies, like studying the skull as an object, because when you do this, you start to understand what is below all this, and then you also tend to understand what's happening below. So that helped me a lot. That was one thing. Then just getting better with form communication, of course, like volume and plane changes, and really understanding how this works. But I think what had the biggest impact for me was a combination of shading heads with pencil. I had a mechanical pencil, and I don't have the sketchbook here, but I had a mechanical pencil, and I can show you what I've done with the pencil. So I would let's draw a quick face. Brain. Draw a face, draw a face. Like this. Die kriegt auch eine Schnute. Zip. Zip, 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 zip. Some earrings. And whoop. Okay. So, what helped me was I did the 100 head challenge back in the day. And the 100 head challenge was basically doing 100 heads drawings. I did 10 heads a day. And of course, that's not like revelation, right? That helped me because I needed to get repetition. But more importantly, I started to doing this with pencil. I was basically looking for the planes and then I would shade the planes with pencil. Like stroking, so to speak. And that gave me a really good understanding for building up a value scale also, like also helped in painting. But more importantly, it helped me to always see the planes. And to hammer, so to speak, the planes inside of my head. Because this is why the repetition is so important. I would kind of like do like... I would do it with a mechanical pencil, so it would be much lighter than this. But I would basically follow the form while I'm shading it. And of course, if you use pencil, you can erase. So I would do kind of like these very softly strokes everywhere where I would have a plane change. And it's funny because when I did the challenge, actually the drawing itself then didn't took so much, but the shading took so long. But it was good because I needed it, and it helped me improving my painting. It helped me improving my sense of understanding for value structures and how to build value scales, especially for the face, because faces are really hard. Because they, from far away, they look very light and you don't have a lot of value transitions. But when you go close and you paint it, you actually have to add value transitions. And yeah, and then I would do like these pencil drawings. And I would just follow the form and I'm just stroking it, you know? I don't need to think, I'm just follow the hair. Doing this here. Doing some sounds to entertain myself. And thinking maybe I have some sort of like a cast shadow maybe. Let's finish the hair first. No, I would do it like this here. Now let's push in a little bit more values on the lips. Actually, has lipstick on. Let's push in a bit of shadow. Let's decide for shadow direction. Maybe we have like a separation from here or something. And pushing the Terminator. And so on and so on. And that's what I've done, and that helped me a lot. To make sense for me, because I think often drawing like you see what other people are doing and you see what people are teaching, and it's all important, you know. But and now I also say that because I'm also a teacher. Figure out what makes sense for you, you know, like just the fact that some people have ADHD and have different wired brains than others should tell you that it's important that you figure your own personal way out of like how to make sense of drawings. If that makes any sense. I hope that answers your question. But yeah, you see, like I would do it like this and then I would like do this more and more. And you can literally just like then also, I mean, you have pencil and you can erase stuff, you know, you can build up these scales, you can make nice light shapes. And that's actually fun. It was, for a beginner, I think that's a really good method of just learning and getting like Doing this a lot of times is just very, very helpful. Because you need pattern recognition for getting in these plane changes in the face. And then also going darker and darker and darker. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey lad, how are you? Welcome to stream. How are you doing? Genau, du suchst immer erst mit dem Stift die richtige Linie. Beziehungsweise, also wenn du jetzt vom Pencil auch sprichst, beziehungsweise du suchst nicht mal die Linie, du schaust, wo die Plane ist. Also du schaust ja sozusagen, du versuchst herauszufinden, wo genau sitzen jetzt die Planes hier. Try to figure out, okay, how's the construct of the things you're drawing. These planes here. This is the stuff you need. I mean, the face is a bit stylized now. But you need to figure this out here. You just woke up from a nap? That's the best feeling. You just woke up from a nap and then you turn on the stream? I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Did you had a good nap? I hope it was delightful. Face fuchsia tongue out. What? I was working on the third still life today. Ach, hey Chad, it's you. Sorry, man. Sorry. I didn't, like, it's too late. I didn't realize it's you. Oh yeah, okay. Hey Chad. Just woke up from a nap. Working on the third still life last night at the hospital waiting for the doctor. Oh, okay. I hope everything is going good. Hello. Kipek? Kipekak? Don't know how to read this. Kipekak. Mnie zawód Janosz. Как тебя зовут? Как тебя зовут? Kreker. Okay, nice. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How's your day going? Where are you located at?
Just healthy, reminding getting older. Well, I guess we have all that problem.
But it's good. I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to hear that everything is good. That's nice. Good news. I like these news, chat. I like these news. Like it. Too long. Dun, 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 dun.
I see you always making beautiful drawings.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words. I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know what, to be honest, I don't know what is my intrinsic motivation. I just accept the fact that I'm an artist now and I can't go back. I think I couldn't have a life without this, without drawing. Like, it's every time when I take the train and like the train is full and loud, and the only thing that relaxes me is just taking out my sketchbook and doing a drawing. Like, I really believe it's real language. It's really a language. Like, just doing this line here is just, it's like massaging my brain. Oh, it's so good. It's just, yeah. Don't want to have a life without this. And I don't even know if there are gonna be, when I'm gone, if there are gonna be any remains of my drawing. I hope that I'm gonna have some like family members or something who at least keep them somewhere. But only the good ones. My phone just told me it's time to sleep. But it's Friday, phone. Can I not stay longer a bit? Just want to draw a bit more.
What do you like to draw the most? People, humans, I would say. Gib deinem Phone einen Kaffee. Ja, ich glaube nicht, dass es so praktisch ist. Ich hatte gestern erst Kaffee auf meinem Tisch hier. Ich hatte einen Kaffee stehen, das Mikrofon davor und es hat so einen blöden Triangle Pot. Und ich hatte so einen Mentorship-Call, der war gerade davor loszugehen und ich dachte noch so, meine Webcam ist links, ich greife so nach meiner Webcam, hau das Ding hier um, hau den Kaffee um, alles über den Tisch, übers Kim Young-ji-Buch, über die Zeitung. Also kein Kaffee. Das Telefon hat auch Kaffee abbekommen. Yeah. How about you? What do you like to draw the most?
Claudio, was machst du gerade eigentlich? Was zeichnest du? Die Schnute ist so geil, Alter. Kein Bock. She looks like if she's annoyed about the fact that her partner said, "We're not gonna order food. We're gonna cook some. We have enough in the fridge." That's this type of face. I like a lot of things, especially children. They're fun to draw. I also like a lot of sports and draw hockey, baseball, ping pong, hip hop. Nice. Have you ever drawn baseball players? I really like to draw them. They have these, like, especially pitchers. They have like these extremely crazy poses when they throw the ball. Zeichne mit Bleistift, Nasenaugen, deine Zeichnung nach. Geil. Share mal. Zeig mal auf Social. Mach mal Instagram-Story. Nee, musst du natürlich nicht. Musst du nicht. What's the time saying? Yeah, that's right. Dynamic poses. Finish my 96 sheet sketchbook tomorrow. Ooh, sick. That's nice. Are you gonna do a sketchbook tour? What's your favorite sport? My favorite sport? Oh, that's a tough question. Never asked myself this. What's my favorite sport? I think it's really hard. You're a hockey fan, What? Chad, what's your team? But I like track. Okay, cool. I like boxing. I like golf. I mean, I played American football for 12 years. And if I wouldn't say it that I like it, then maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't watch football anymore, to be honest, since I stopped playing. Blackhawks. Nice. And yeah, I think that's it. Boxing, golf. And I mean, I kind of like weightlifting, or like not weightlifting, like bodybuilding as a sport, but I don't like this whole like industry. I feel like the industry is not so healthy itself. Tennis is often. Yeah, tennis is really hard. I played tennis once with my brother, and he just, like, he's a tennis player, but he just injured himself, and then we had to go to the hospital on a Sunday. He basically fell, and he fell on his chin, and then he had like a hole in his chin, and then he had to get stitches on a Sunday. That was nice. And we actually he just wanted to show me to play some tennis. Frisbee golf. Yeah, I saw the videos of frisbee golf. getting really tired now. Apologize. And I also have to clean my desk. It's like so messy here. I'm probably also the last person in the studio. Like everybody's gone, I guess. What time is it actually? 9:30. Oh, yeah. Also gotta work tomorrow. You were a good tennis player? That's cool. Hey, and I was surprised that we didn't have Christmas music today, and there's the Christmas music. There's no stream without it. What is a good stream without some proper Christmas music?
That happy grief and playful joyous pain, a never-ending yearning for your one and only love, though she's right there with you, right there in your arms. Oh, a Christmas Eve in Rio de Janeiro.
change the music. Okay. Wow, your marker drawing is amazing. My marker drawing? Yeah, it wasn't markers. It was actually watercolor with an aqua pen, but it looks super shitty. Thanks. First time drawing along with a stream feels so much better than looking for and listening to random readers' videos. That is nice. I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. That's cool. That gives my life purpose. Thank you for sharing. How do you manage to draw with the line art right away? You fearless dude. Practice. Practice. Trying and trying and trying and trying. Tried that for 2 years or something, 3 years. Until it felt right. And still I have to like pre-visualize. It's training, it's mental training. You know? It's like every time you draw with ink directly without pencil, it's mental training. So it's the hardest training you can do, but it's also the fastest way to improve, in my opinion. I was thinking about doing a live stream and noticed you were alive, so I decided to watch instead. Hey, chat, that's nice. Thanks for the kind word, chat. Working in a mall during Christmas is torture. Hey, 100%, 100%. When I was a student, I was working in a mall and I had to bake bread. And I think in November, the Christmas music started and then we had it in a loop. Oh, this was insane. That was really, really hard. Hey, no worries, no worries, no worries. It was watercolor, an aqua pen and brush pen, colored brush pen, but it's not the right paper. Like I get always the worst ideas. Hey Adam, how are you? What's your favorite cartoon? My favorite cartoon? I watched so many. What's your favorite cartoon? I saw a TikTok Q&A where somebody would walk around and ask people what's their favorite cartoon. And I was thinking to myself, like, what's my favorite cartoon? And I couldn't answer the question properly. I would say, my favorite cartoon. I think, and that's, I think if, from a childhood perspective, I would say Asterix and Obelix. I don't know if that's something that you know. As a kid, I was addicted to Asterix and Obelix. Hey Adam, welcome to stream. Janosch, even though your hairline is better than mine. What the fuck? And it makes me envious. I appreciate your streams to mellow calming effect. Oh man. Thank you for this, Adam. Thank you. I was about to fall asleep. Hey, thank you 2D last line. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your evening. A repeat music cycle from hell with grumpy shoppers and happy music. Remind yourself of don't drink Kool-Aid. Good point. Don't drink Kool-Aid. You're too funny, Adam. Oh no. The camera just died. Let me see if I can change the camera. Can we just place it here? Perfect. Let me little bop. Let me read the stream. Hey, joined the stream for the first time. Can you tell what your drawing is from? Is it from a reference? This one here is a book study of I forgot his name, Sergio Toppi. I just bought his book. It's a really nice book, and I really like the way he's shading with lines, so I want to learn this. And the rest was a mix of imagination and reference from today. But I have the book open here. Can I show the book? And I just saw this, and since I'm very tired, I thought like, hey, you know what? Let me try to draw this man there. To get this in my brain. It's a pity I don't know and I don't understand. I'm writing from Translate. It seems like very difficult questions since I'm making you think. Your hair's so amazing, the camera can take it. Thank you, Chad. You too kind, you too kind. Just love this graphical style of his. I really want to get better with utilizing more shapes when I draw, because I sometimes can't find a good switch from organic drawing to where I only think about form versus utilizing like shape and kind of like then making some sort of graphical design. Really like his style.
And it's from a book that I saw it on a video yesterday. And I was in bed already and I just ordered it on Amazon. No, it was 2 days ago actually. But I didn't have time to look at it. Today is one of those days where I can't stop drawing. It's not healthy. It's definitely not healthy. It looks like your ex. She was very much into yoga and free spirit. She got a nose ring. I mean, she didn't get a nose ring. You want me to give her a nose ring? One ring to rule them all. Jesus. Well, it sounded like she had a big impact on you. She ruled you. Poor Adam. One nose ring to rule them all. Was she an orc or what? Okay, peeps, I think it's time. It's time for me to go home. It's time to go home to my precious lady. If she's still awake. It was a lot of drawing today. Sorry. Oh, I can really feel the day. It was a lot of drawing today. But it was good. It was a good day. It was a good day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for staying here also as well. If any of you wants to get better with drawing in perspective, we have a new class on Gumroad. There's a link below this video. Otherwise, do I have mentorship slots open? No, I think I don't. But if any of you are interested in the future, just check it out and reach out over the formula on the website. Other than that, thank you for being here. Hey, Midnight Dracula, sorry, we are leaving. We are about to leave. But the recording stays on YouTube. Yeah, I wish you all a wonderful evening. Take care. Thank you for being here, and have an awesome day. Keep drawing. Don't give up, and see you soon. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ciao. Ciao ciao.